Assalamu alaikum. It's time for afternoon bulletin. This is Nazim Khalid Zubair welcoming you all. The Chief Advisor's press wing has clarified the words reset button that Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus used in his recent statement, saying he meant making a new start from corrupt politics. When Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus spoke about pressing the reset button, he meant making a new start from corrupt politics which destroyed all Bangladesh's key institutions, pushed the economy to the brink of collapse and robbed the rights to vote and civil liberties of tens of millions of people, said a statement issued from SIA Press Wing today. Professor Yunus did not mean wiping out Bangladesh's proud history. When a person pressed the reset button, he or she reset the software to start all over again. It doesn't change the hardware. The 1971 Liberation War created the hardware of Bangladesh, the statement read. It said some people are misinterpreting Professor Yunus' recent interview with Voice of America. When he arrived in Dhaka on August 8 to take over as the chief advisor of the interim government, Professor Mohammad Yunus told reporters at Hazrat Shah Jalal Airport that July-August student-led mass uprising was country's second liberation, the first liberation being the country's glorious war of independence in 1971. Professor Yunus was an assistant professor at Middle Tennessee State University. He formed the Bangladesh Citizens Committee immediately after the independence of Bangladesh, which announced and launched a US-wide campaign to persuade the US government to recognize Bangladesh. He published the Bangladesh newsletter to inform the world about the genocide in Bangladesh perpetrated by the Pakistani army, according to the statement. Today is Mahasaptami of Sharadiya Durga Puja. The day began through various rituals of the Hindu community, including Bihit Puja. On this occasion, members of the community started thronging different temples across the country, including in Dhaka. Mahasaptami will be celebrated on October 11 and Mahanavami on 12 October. Sharadiya Durga Puja will come to an end on October 13 through immersion of idols on the day of Vijaya Dashami. On the occasion of Durga Puja, a 3-tier security measures is in place at Puja Mandap in the capital. Volunteers are also working to ensure security and smooth celebrations of Sharadiya Durga Puja. The Mahasaptami of Sharadiya Durga Puja began in the morning through different religious rituals including Chondi and Mantrapat. Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh Pranay Kumar Verma joined the festival of Banani's Kamal Ataturk Avenue ground in the morning today. The Gulshan Banani Sarvajanin Puja Foundation organized it. President of the Gulshan Banani Sarvajanin Puja Foundation, J.L. Bhomik, and General Secretary Engineer Ashim Kumar Jwardar, among others, were present. Wishing an overall success of Sharadiya Durga Puja, Indian High Commissioner Pranay Kumar Verma hoped that this festival will consolidate the ties of harmony and fraternity irrespective of religion and beliefs. Not only the 5 days of Durga Puja, the interim government will ensure security for people for 365 days of the year. Home Advisor Lieutenant General Retired Jahangir Alam Chaudhary said this while visiting Dhakeshwari Central Puja Mandap today. He said army personnel remain deployed alongside law enforcers so that the Hindu community can celebrate Durga Puja spontaneously. The Home Advisor said the government has made first ever highest donation of Taka 4 crore for celebrating the Puja this year. He urged the law enforcing agencies to follow the 8-point instructions given by the Ministry of Home Affairs to maintain security during Durga Puja. The Home Advisor also called upon all to celebrate the Puja in a festive mood. Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Advisor Mohammad Fazil Kabir Khan has said the government is determined to reduce carbon emissions to zero level. Emphasis is being given to sustainable initiatives to increase dependency on renewable energy. He said this at the inaugural ceremony of Bangladesh Climate Action Forum Summit. Bangladesh Apparel Exchange arranged the summit at a hotel in the capital today. Chief Advisor Special Envoy on International Affairs Lutfi Siddiqui, European Ambassador to Bangladesh Michael Miller, German Ambassador in Dhaka Achim Troster, Netherlands Church Affairs in Dhaka Jus Odstra and Bangladesh Apparel Exchange Chief Executive Officer Mustafizuddin were addressed the function. The Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Advisor said that tenders for 40 projects will be invited soon to increase the country's renewable energy production. These tenders will be open to all. Kumilla's Yusuf Sanwar was martyred in the anti-discrimination student movement. Sanwar was killed by the police firing during the anti-discrimination student movement in Dhaka on the 20th of July. He was a TCB goods seller at Kolta Bazar in the old part of Dhaka. Sanwar's wife Rehana Akhtar, daughter Raisa and other family members live in his native Gobindapur village under the Laksham Upazila of Kumilla. His family members, including his wife Rehana Akhtar, are worried about the future of child Raisa. After losing the sole breadwinning, Sanwar's family was become disoriented. His mother Mariam Begum wants exemplary punishment for the killers of his son. Locals hope that the government will extend a helping hand to this helpless family. They have also demanded proper justice for those involved in Sanwar's murder. Only justice can give peace to the family members and relatives of martyred Sanwar, they added. At least 8 people, including 4 members of a family, died after a private car plunged into a roadside canal in Pirojpur early today. Talha bin Josim, an officer of the Media Wing of Fire Service and Civil Defence Headquarters, confirmed it. 4 of the deceased were identified as Matar Hussain, his wife Sabina, their daughter Mukta and son Shoaib. The other deceased, including 2 children, 1 man and 1 woman. Fire officials said they came to know about the accident in Kodamtala Bazar area of Pirojpur Shodor Upazila around 2:15 am. On information, 2 fire engines along with police members and locals carried out the rescue operations. Now international news. Israeli forces killed at least 64 Palestinians in Gaza on Wednesday, most of them in the north, where a 6-day siege has forced the United Nations to shut down the schools turned shelters as well as hospitals. In the occupied West Bank, Israeli forces shot and killed at least 4 Palestinians in what the governor of Nablus called a cowardly and deliberate assassination. Israel's military also continues to pound Lebanon, killing at least 5 people in the southern town of Wardania and another 5 paramedics in the Tyre district. Meanwhile, Hezbollah fired dozens of rockets at northern Israel, killing 2 people and marking the first civilian deaths in the area since Israel launched its ground war on Lebanon earlier this month. Even Special Coordinator for Lebanon, Jenin Hennis-Feldscher, said a proposal by the United States and France for a 21-day truce between Israel and Hezbollah is still on the table. In Gaza, at least 42,010 people have been killed and 97,720 wounded in Israeli attacks since October 2023. U.S. Ambassador to the UN Linda Thomas-Greenfield issued a blunt statement at the UN Security Council on Wednesday, telling Israel to urgently address catastrophic conditions in Gaza and stop intensifying suffering among Palestinians by limiting aid. Hurricane Milton, now a Category 3 storm, has struck Florida near the coastal community of Siesta Key after weakening from a Category 5 storm on Wednesday morning. United States President Joe Biden warned it is expected to be one of the most and worst destructive hurricanes to hit Florida in over a century. The hurricane struck south of the densely populated Tampa Bay metropolitan area less than 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene battered the state. The area has not suffered a direct hurricane strike in more than 100 years. Hundreds of thousands of coastal residents have already evacuated inland, with others sheltering in place. Milton's arrival comes 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene hit the Gulf Coast as a Category 4 storm, killing at least 225 people across Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and North Carolina. Indian tycoon Ratan Tata has died aged 86, says the Tata Group, the conglomerate he led for more than 2 decades. Tata was one of India's most internationally recognized business leaders. The Tata Group is one of the India's largest companies with annual revenues in excess of $100 billion. In a statement announcing Tata's death, the current chairman of Tata Sons described him as a truly uncommon leader. Natarajan Chandrasekhar added, on behalf of the entire Tata family, I extend our deepest condolences to his loved ones. His legacy will continue to inspire us as we strive to uphold the principles he so passionately championed. During his tenure as chairman of the Tata Group, the conglomerate made several high-profile acquisitions, including the takeover of Anglo-Dutch steelmaker Chorus UK-based car brands Jaguar and Land Rover, and Tetley, the world's second-largest tea company. UK Business Secretary Jonathan Reynolds said in tribute that Tata was a titan of the business world who played a huge role in shaping British industry. A profile published in The Economist magazine in 2011 called Tata a titan, crediting him with transforming the family group into a global powerhouse. Tata was born in a traditional Parsi family in 1937. He studied architecture and structural engineering at Cornell University in the US. And that's all for the newsroom for this moment. Thank you for joining us. Khuda Hafiz.